Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Before we do a darn thing here, we got to check in with our stations across the nation. Matt Doolittle, who's watching us and where?
Yes, our friends in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina are watching us on WBCF, and everybody at our 219 affiliates across the country, including the Armed Forces Network all around the world, are watching us today. You can tell your friends where to watch us. Just head to dailyflashshow.com/where-to-watch.
Sounds fantastic. Okay, you know, this kind of crazy stuff. What is y'all's favorite Christmas special?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph?
Yeah.
Jack Benny, Christmas shopping special.
Yeah, you love that old stuff.
Yep.
What about Peanuts?
That's a classic.
It's almost like you have to watch it.
You have to watch it.
Well, a few years ago, if you guys remember, people were up in arms because of the fact that they switched, Apple bought it. And the only way that you could be able to get to go, basically, and watch it is to have Apple Plus. Everybody was up in arms. But believe it or not, if you listen to that Peanuts song, you know it. It's
the
basically
piano one.
the piano. I'll tell you what. Here, let's just go ahead and play it. Check this out.
Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time of year.
All right, it's a very catchy tune, classic gold, right? So basically, CBS said, hey, look, they went to Coca-Cola and said, hey, Coca-Cola paid them like 60 grand and said, hey, we want you to put together this Charlie Brown Christmas. They went to Charles Schultz and says, hey, we want to, so Charles Schultz put this together and did it in a relatively short amount of time. Matter of fact, you know the one time, the part of the show where Linus has his little his dialogue about, and it's real religious and everything. Well, CBS said, hey, look, you're gonna have to cut out some of this religion.
Yeah.
And they go, and Charles Schultz says, absolutely not. That's what Christmas is all about. So they kept that in there. Then they go, well, we need some music for it, right? So that song we just played, they go, all right, Coca-Cola, CBS, they go down the street to this church and finds these kids that are in this Christmas choir, says, hey, we want you to sing this song, Christmas Time is Here. We'll give you guys an ice cream party.
Shut the front door.
They go, absolutely, why not?
Sure.
Got paid in ice cream. Those kids are not the ones, the voices of the Peanuts kids, they're not the ones singing. They got paid in ice cream. Now, you go, all right, that's how it was. Imagine today how much money they would have made. First off, the song, because you hear the song all
the time.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you also hear so much about Apple Plus paying that much money to be on there.
Look, in 1965, they didn't know about contracts. I mean, the Nike swoosh was paid for $15 from a student from Oregon University. So, I mean, that's how they got around that stuff back in the day.
There are, and it stinks because there's so many, they could have been making so much money from that, but that wasn't the case at all.
I feel like that's been the situation for so many musicians or musical artists or kids in this particular situation where they just missed the mark or they got paid in ice cream or they did it as a favor. But I do remember hearing that CBS almost like canceled this whole thing. They're like, they didn't really like it. They thought it was kind of dumb.
They didn't
weird.
Understand why he's bald.
They didn't. They didn't want the show on the air, but because they had the content, they're like, okay, well, we'll just go ahead and air it. So, and of course, it's become an absolute Christmas classic.
Apparently, drawing Charlie Brown's head was the biggest issue. To draw a perfect circle for the animators was one of the biggest problems.
I love that. I love the dancing scenes that they have in there as well. You know, and to me though, I mean, Charlie Brown Christmas it makes me feel like it's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not. I have to watch the
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. I have to watch that.
Yep.
This kind of is for the like, hey kids, you know, I miss my kids being around, and I'm trying to get Enzo into this, but he's 14 years old.
Yeah.
That to him is an ancient cartoon.
But I feel like a lot of the kids these days are going back to this stuff. You know, it's sort of like what's old is new again. So they're rediscovering this kind of stuff, which they love.
Much
and then
like going back to vinyl.
And then the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is everywhere. Like at the hotel that we have here, the Gaylord Palms, all those characters are done in ice. So it's like,
Love it.
I love it. It's great.